Howdy y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Modded Minecraft. We're back on the Tech Pack, and we're gonna continue on today with the spatial storage. Kind of got our first farm kind of laid out. Gave myself plenty of room. Plenty of room here. Oh shoot, you know what? I need some more stuff out of... I've got the harvester, the planter, pretty much our pipes, the crops that I'm going to put on this one. We're going to do potatoes, some carrots, and right here in the center we're just going to do some nether wart. We should have some lily pads of fertility on the sides here. And I made also the teletransporters. What are those things called? Transporter? No. Oh, wait, there it was. Matter transmitter. Maybe it's matter. Oh, yeah, there's the other one. Matter receiver. Dialing device. And let's do some conduit. We want conduit, or we just get another tesseract. Let's just grab another tesseract for now. Okay, and that should be everything we need. I hope. Okay, so I know all this stuff will go. I tested this out before to make sure everything sends. These are just colored redstone lamps from Extra Utilities. They go. The water does go. I was worried about that. I thought I was going to push the button and I was going to have just water everywhere, but they do travel. So everything that's here right now will travel. And do I have it in here? No, let's put it over here. And then we should be able to travel for the first time actually into that dimension. Or not dimension, into the drive. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see we can't fall off the edge, so you're safe. It's more like just a black wall. If that bothers you, I suppose you could build a wall out, but I wanted to give myself plenty of room on this first farm just to make sure that I could put other stuff in here. So let's set up the farm first. So we're going to do our harvester right here. And I forgot to get... Shoot, I forgot to get a... whatchamacallit? Damn it, no. I swear to God, I'm not retarded. Okay, let's get out of there. And we're going to just run some pipe over here. Now I'm probably gonna need to, because I don't think it's gonna let me place right here. Yeah, no, so I'm gonna have to put something temporarily. Oh shoot, how am I gonna do this? Okay, we'll just put the dirt over for now, and that should let me put my planter maybe up here. Let's get up. There we go. Okay, so now we can take that out. Better turn on my coin of silk so we can get all that stuff back. And we're going to use a rationing pipe to make sure we only get 64 of each type in here, since we're doing multiple crops. I went ahead and used this the Extra Utilities pipes, because I really didn't know if you could do that with Ender IO pipes. So let's slap this. It's going to go underneath there. That's going to pull out anything that goes in there, and that's all going to come down to here. And then we gotta take out this other stuff. Let's go over a couple and then we'll put a chest. Go over here. That should be good enough. That should be closer than this. So we'll do this for now, and if it's an issue, we'll move it, of course. It's just, I'm not sure if I could have done this in the overworld. Probably, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't have any issues, and the rest will be okay. Now we need to set this up, so we're going to do, oh wait, hold on, let me make sure that I'm looking at this right. Pink is back here, so let's do these all carrots. We'll do these all potatoes, and then we'll put another wart in there. And let's don't load this up yet because I forgot the upgrade. So let me go back and get that real quick. Let's go ahead and say temp set here, and I'm gonna go get that together, and I'll be right back. Alright, I got everything together, I think, I hope. We've got the test rat hooked up here, and I added a void pipe, a Buildcraft void pipe on top. That will take care of our sludge, so that doesn't slow us down any. And we've already got this thing loaded up. Damn it. I needed to make 2 of those things. Shit. Okay, let's just, we'll run back real quick. We'll make another one. Alright, I already had this, still had that in there. So now we'll just run back and right click. Okay, we're back in. Little brain dead this morning. Little bit lethargic. Alright, so now we need to put in what we're going to plant, and we can close that up now. We don't have too many carrots, and I forgot the lily pads. Fertility. I can do that later. Let's go ahead and set up. I've never actually done this other than to go interdimensionally. So, let me see. I guess we should carve out kind of a pattern like this, and we'll put a matter transmitter. This is the one that sends us, and then we'll put a matter receiver. That's the one that that we arrive on, and then in the middle here we'll put a tesseract, and then a dialing device. We want to try to get it facing down. There we go. Alrighty, and this one is going to be, we'll just call it wart farm. It's not getting any energy. Hold on. Power supplied, and we'll receive only. We'll block that stuff just to make sure. Okay, that's getting wheat farm, public, private. Well, you know, add. What do I got to do? Wart farm's there. Okay. And this one we'll call wart farm. Okay. So wart farm should be on here as option 2. Okay, I think that should be it. We should just be able to come over here and say wart farm to home, and then dial once, and that should send us over there. So now what I got to do is wait. I think these are carrots, potatoes. Guess we're a little short on taters too. Netherwork should have planted there though. Well, I'll keep an eye on that. I'm gonna let this run for just a little bit. Go and get some. Well, let's try this out. Let's go get our lily pads of fertility. So if we go on here and we say wart farm to home, dial once. How long does it take? And we're back. Okay, cool. So let's well actually we don't need to go anywhere. I can do it from right here. Say lily pad, and let's go ahead and take all of them. Now we need to go back, so we need to say, huh? Okay, and it's a crash, it looks like. So we'll be back in just a second when that's cleared up. Alrighty, we're back after the crash. Seems to be a crash that happens anytime I click on the dialing device. That's weird. With something in my hand. Typically it was the wireless terminal from AE. So just take that into account if you're doing something like this. Just make sure you don't have anything in your hand. I have a similar bug if I mess with the Tesseract with the Draconium pickaxe in my hand. If I ever try to, not every time, it's just like the dialing device, it's not every time, it's just sometimes. If I click that with this, then I might crash, and it's modded. They don't always work nicely together. But you can see now there's some changes. I let this actually run for a while I did some other things. My son got in a car accident in my car today. Wasn't anything major, but that took me away for a little while. But got rid of the nether wart here and replaced it with more lily pads of fertility. We just don't need that much nether wart, so I pulled it out. The potatoes grow sickeningly fast, and I had so many of them so quickly, and the carrots grow so much slower that right now this is a majority of carrots with just a very small patch of potatoes in the back. So this is one of our little farms that we have set up, and this is, if you think about how paradoxical this really is, we are inside of a hard drive that is inside of our pack right now. We're inside of this. We're inside of here, right here, inside of our inventory. Kind of weird, huh? Kind of weird. So I'm going to go and figure out. I probably am going to move most of the farms. I don't know if I'm going to move tree farms or not. Probably, I don't know, because I think I would have to raise this to realistically be able to do a tree farm. Maybe not. I may try it just to see what happens. But, most of the farms, including the animal farms, I want to get them out of the overworld and just kind of give them their own area. Because I'm pretty sure I can squeeze both the animal farms in here with no problem. And I should be able to do, the wheat farm is basically the same size. And we have plenty of wheat right now, but we are using that in the rocket fuel creation. Of course, we're not using much of that right now either. So I'm going to go figure out which other ones I'm going to do, and we'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, I went ahead and made one more farm, and I really didn't do it on video. Kind of... what I did is I wanted to just add the animal farms. It's not something I do all the time, so I figure we'll slap it off in that other dimension or in a storage cell, and then we can use it as needed. We'll chunk load it if we need to, but so I went ahead and put that in there and did all the hooking up. Oh, the freeze. Hate when that happens. I don't know why that does that. Minecraft started doing that, and on all Minecraft, even vanilla, started doing that a while back. Maybe it's the Java updates, I don't know. But we're going to call this one, we called it Animal Farm. So if we dial that once and go over there, now there are some changes from where it was over in the actual farm area, at least to the sheep farm. Over here I didn't use the turtles. I just went ahead and used autonomous activators. Let me turn it off before I get wool popping into my inventory. This is still the same thing, exactly the same. The cowages are up here. We got the breeder. The wiring is a little different just because we can't go underground, but not too different. Really the only difference is over here we're using one item pipe. So this one is in and out, and it's on the extraction point. It's set to pull out the empty syringes, and over here is the same thing, in out, and on the extract it's set to the zombie syringe, so we can get away with just one pipe. And then our power all comes from the Tesseract, and these things now require power. The last time that I did a pack that had these was the Light 3-pack, I guess, and these did not require power. That's new, that they now require power, and that's fine. Went ahead and ran power to those, and then in each of these we have shears set to round robin, so it'll just kind of use all the shears that are in there. And we added another chest down to our AE system. We'll take a look at that in just a second. But it pulls all the shears, crafts them up as needed, puts them into this chest, and then they're available to all this stuff here. Now if we need to, we can chunk load. Now the weird thing with this is if we look at, let me see, it should be this one. Is it this one? Or is it this one? I think it's this one. You can see it's kind of one block off of kind of center. It's just kind of one block off, even though in the overworld it's exactly on. Or did I build not? No, I built it all within the chunk, so I don't know why it does it here. It's kind of, this should be included. There should be a block here. But it doesn't really matter because over here there's nothing we need to worry about being chunk loaded. The sheep are chunk loaded. This block with the fences is not, but we don't need to worry about that. And then of course the cows are all within a chunk loader. So if we need to chunk load this, we can just drop a dimensional anchor in here and Bob's your uncle, which I think means you're good to go. Not 100% sure. Let me see. How do I get back to, there we go. Alright, so we're going to get out of here. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is the future. This is kind of boring, because we already did this, but in a different way. But now it's in an area where it's not always chunk loaded and we don't have to worry about it. So if we go from Animal Farms back to home, dial once, it'll send us back. But when I talk about the future is, I'm kind of getting down to the end of this pack, at least for my interest. There's a few more things I want to do. I want to try to complete all the computer craft stuff for the automation. That's something I want to do. I'm not going to do a lot of that on camera unless you want to see it, just because I don't think a lot of people are interested in the programming like I am. Some other stuff I want to do is I'd still like to get Draconium. I even set up a little station here to kind of make it easier to go through the dimlets I'm getting from the Ender. No, it wouldn't be in there. It would be in here. You can see we got 290. I got this all the way up to like 600 and went through them all. And I've got some tier 5s, but I haven't got a single tier 6 as of yet. So without a tier 6, I can't make a tier 6 because I need a tier 6 piece. And my luck, I'll get a tier 6 Draconium or Demlet anyways, and I'll have just wasted 2 chunks. I really should have investigated that a little bit more. But what this does is, it, of course, makes them automatically. It gets pulled out, and it goes over to here. I leave one in here just so I can check all 3 of these first to make sure they're not one that I want to keep, and then I'll pull this one out, and it will, oh, I'm sorry, this is a Demlet Scrambler. This will take 3 Demlets of your choice and then give you a random Demlet in return. So not only did I go through 500 plus Demlets, but then I ran them through here to get, you know, taking 3, break it down to yet another one. So I still haven't got one, so I still want to do that. Mariculture, I'm through with mariculture.
I just don't like that mod. I'm sorry. I tried. I just it doesn't hold any interest for me. It doesn't add anything that's enjoyable to the game for me, that you can't do another way. So, other than adding pretty coral stuff to the bottom of the sea, it just, I mean, that's the only reason I would add it again. It's just because it makes the oceans look cool. I mean, other than that, nah. Gameplay wise, I don't see any benefit to mariculture. That's just me. You may love it. Good for you. For me, it just, it's a pain, and I don't enjoy it. So, this game is really, and making your own mod pack is really about your enjoyment. I mean, even if it's in a mod pack like an FTB or Resonant Rise or something like that, you just don't have to use it if you don't want to. It's not required. It doesn't tie in to really anything else that you need to have. But speaking of the future, kind of looking at very soon, anyways, on what you would like to do as far as future series in Minecraft, modded Minecraft. Don't really have an interest in doing a vanilla one, even with the new stuff coming out 1.9. Just no interest for me. I'm not a vanilla kind of guy. Modded, though, we're looking at, we could either do an FTB packs. You've got FTB Infinity. You've got FTB Horizons. Maybe one of the packs, like Regrowth. One of those sort of things. A hardcore quest map, I think they're called, something like that. Then on the AT launcher, of course, we've got Resonant Rise, which is Infinity type, a whole bunch of different mods in it. You also have like Mod Sauce just recently came out with Hermitcraft's Mod Sauce 2 just came out. So that is always an option. Now, I don't think it's out for public use yet, but there is a mod list out, so I could slap something together and maybe even do a short video on, if you don't know how to make it your own mod pack, on how to do that with multi-MC. What is there some other options? Well, that's about it. What I'll do is you may or may not see it up on there, like a list of different options, and just let me know in comments what give me an idea on what y'all are looking at. You give me your most favorite, least favorite sort of thing, and then we'll take a look at that and see what the majority says. If we can get a majority, more than one or two of you actually put something up there. It's called a keyboard, guys. Reach down there, type on that. Just leave a comment. So that's going to be it for this episode. A little disappointing here with the whole spatial thing. But at least now that I know about it, in the future, I could utilize it probably a lot earlier on. When you get down to the end and you've already got everything kind of in place, it's really not a benefit to tear everything down and rebuild everything and put it into a spatial drive. It would have been neat if I'd have known, kind of thought about it, known about it way, way earlier in the pack. But that's it. So, guys, I appreciate you coming by. Hope you liked the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. So until next time, folks, I will see y'all later.